Baby, before you leave, please read this with your heart. I don't know if you'll ever understand how much you mean to me. Maybe these are just words to everyone else. But to me, every sentence carries a piece of my soul. Today, I don't want to ask you for anything. I only want to tell you one truth. Forever, I will stay yours. Even if life becomes difficult, even if distance separates us, even if the world changes, I'll always pray that Allah protects you, gives you peace, and fills your heart with happiness. Because real love isn't about possession, it's about sincerely wanting the best for the person you care about. There are nights when I quietly remember you, not with anger, not with regret, but with gratitude, because meeting you changed something inside my heart. You taught me that love can make a person kinder, it can make them more patient, it can make them appreciate every small blessing. Baby, if you ever feel lonely, I hope you remember that somewhere someone once made countless duas for your happiness. If you ever feel broken, I pray Allah becomes your greatest source of comfort. And if one day you smile without any reason, maybe it's because one of my prayers reached the heavens for you. I don't know what our future holds. Only Allah knows that. But I know one thing with certainty. No matter where life takes us, I will never regret caring for you because sincere love is never wasted in the sight of Allah. So today, I leave everything in His hands. If He has written our story together, no one can separate what He has planned. And if He has written a different path, I will still ask Him to bless your life with endless peace, happiness, and barakah. Baby, wherever you are tonight, please take care of your beautiful heart and never forget, forever, I will stay yours in my prayers. Baby, if you're still listening, thank you. Maybe you don't know why these words keep finding you. Maybe you don't even realize how often you crossed my mind. But today, I decided not to hide my heart anymore. There are thousands of people in this world, yet somehow, when I pray, your happiness is always among the first things I ask Allah for. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I don't know where life will take either of us. But I know that some people leave footprints on our hearts that time can never erase. You are one of those people. Baby, I don't miss you because I am lonely. I miss you because you became a beautiful chapter of my life. Some chapters are short, some are long, but the beautiful ones are remembered forever. Sometimes I wonder if you ever thought about me for even a single moment. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Only Allah knows. And honestly, I've stopped asking for answers that only time can reveal. Instead, I ask Allah for peace, because peace is greater than uncertainty. If one day our paths meet again, I hope we meet with grateful hearts. If they never do, I still hope your life is filled with happiness, mercy, and barakah. That is what sincere love does. It prays for someone's happiness even when it cannot be part of it. Baby, I have learned something through all of this. Real love isn't measured by how long two people stay together. It is measured by the respect they keep for one another. by the prayers they continue making, by the kindness they choose even after disappointment. If I could leave one memory in your heart, I would want it to be this. Someone once cared about you sincerely, not because of what you owned, not because of your appearance, but because your presence made the world feel a little brighter. Tonight, before I end this part of my letter, let me make one sincere dua. Ya Allah, wherever this person is today, protect them. If they are happy, increase their happiness. If they are struggling, replace their hardship with ease. If they are afraid, fill their heart with peace. Guide them toward what is best in this life and the next. Forgive their mistakes, bless their family, and surround them with people who bring them closer to you. And if you have written our stories together, unite us only in a way that pleases you. If you have written different paths for us, then grant us both contentment, patience, and hearts that always trust your wisdom. Ameen, baby, until the day Allah reveals what is written for our future. I'll continue becoming a better person. I'll continue making dua. I'll continue believing that every sincere feeling placed in Allah's hands is never wasted. Because forever is not only about staying beside someone. Sometimes forever means wishing them goodness, praying for them sincerely, and trusting Allah with the rest. This isn't goodbye. The final chapter is still waiting. Baby, if you've stayed with me until these final words, thank you. Perhaps this is the last letter I'll ever write to you, not because my feelings have disappeared, but because I've learned that some feelings are most beautiful when they are entrusted to Allah. Today, I don't want to ask you to come back. I don't want to make promises that only Allah can fulfill. I simply want to tell you the truth that has lived quietly inside my heart. You changed me. Before I met you, I thought love was only about happiness. After knowing you, I realized that love is also about patience, respect, sacrifice, and sincere dua. If one day someone asks me what the purest form of love is, I will say this: it is loving someone enough to ask Allah to bless them even when you cannot see them every day. Baby, if I ever made mistakes that hurt you, I am truly sorry. I was never perfect. I still am not, but every feeling I carried for you was sincere. Every prayer I made for you came from the deepest part of my heart. I never wished for your tears. I never wished for your sadness. I only wished that Allah would give you a life filled with peace, barakah, and happiness. Maybe our story was meant to teach us something. Maybe it was meant to make us stronger. Maybe it was meant to remind us that every heart belongs to Allah before it belongs to anyone else. So today, I leave our future in His hands. If He has written us together, no distance can stop His plan. If He has written another path, then I pray He gives us both the strength to accept it with grateful hearts. Tonight, before I end this letter, let me make one final dua. Ya Allah, you know what is hidden inside every heart. If this love is good for our faith, our future, and our akhirah, then bless it with honesty, mercy, and barakah. If it is not, then replace our sadness with peace, our attachment with trust in you, and our tears with contentment. Protect the person reading this. Forgive their sins. Bless their parents. Increase them in faith, patience, and gratitude. Open doors of goodness for them that no one can close. Keep them safe from harm, disappointment, and despair, and let their heart always find comfort in your remembrance. Amin, baby, life will continue, the seasons will change, years will pass, our hair will grow grey, many things around us will be different, but one thing will never change. Whenever I raise my hands in dua, I will always ask Allah to give you goodness whether our paths meet again or not. Because real love does not end with goodbye. Real love leaves people with respect, with prayers, and with hope. So, if this is truly the last letter you ever read from me, remember only one thing: you were appreciated, you were respected, and you were sincerely prayed for. May Allah write for both of us what is best in this life and the hereafter. Until our paths meet again, or until we meet before Allah on the day of judgment by His mercy. Take care of your beautiful heart. Goodbye, baby, and may Allah always protect you. Baby, if this is the first morning you've spent without hearing from me, I hope you still smile, not because you've forgotten me, but because happiness looks beautiful on you. There is something I never told you. Every time I made dua for myself, I secretly made one for you too. I asked Allah to protect your heart from pain, to bless your parents, to guide every step you take, to keep your smile alive even on the days when life feels unfair. Maybe you'll never know how many nights I whispered your name only to Allah, not because I expected anything in return, but because sincere love always turns into sincere dua. Baby, people think forever means holding someone's hand for a lifetime, but I learned something different. Forever sometimes means respecting someone even after distance. Forever means protecting their dignity when they are not around. Forever means never speaking badly about someone you once cared for. Forever means asking Allah to bless them, even if your own heart is still healing. That is the forever I chose. Maybe one day, years from now, you'll remember me for just a moment. Maybe you'll remember a conversation, a smile, or perhaps this letter. If that day ever comes, please don't remember me with sadness. Remember me with a dua. That is all I would ever ask. Life is too short to carry hatred, too short to keep counting mistakes. One day we will all stand before Allah. On that day, our pride, our arguments, our misunderstandings will no longer matter. Only our faith, our sincerity, and our deeds will remain. So today, I forgive every misunderstanding. I let go of every disappointment, and I leave every unanswered question in the hands of Allah, because His judgment is always perfect. Before I end this final page, let me make one last heartfelt dua. Ya Allah, if this person ever remembers me, let it be with peace instead of pain. Fill their heart with Iman. Bless their parents with mercy and good health. My sweetheart, people say time changes everything. People say time heals broken hearts. People say memories fade. But honestly, some feelings don't disappear. They simply become quieter. They hide deep inside the heart. And then suddenly, on nights like this, they return. Tonight, I was looking at old conversations, old memories, old moments that once made me smile, and for a few minutes it felt like nothing had changed. It felt like you were still here. It felt like life was still beautiful. Then reality returned, and so did the sadness. My sweetheart, do you know what hurts the most? It's not the distance. It's not the silence. It's not even the goodbye. It's knowing that there are so many things I still wish I could tell you. So many moments I wish I could share with you. So many times I wish I could hear your voice one more time. Sometimes I imagine what I would say if you suddenly appeared in front of me. Honestly, I wouldn't talk about the pain. I wouldn't talk about the tears. I wouldn't talk about the loneliness. I would simply smile and say, I've missed you, because no matter how much time passes, no matter how much life changes, that truth remains the same. I miss you. I miss the way you made ordinary days feel special. I miss the happiness your presence brought into my life. I miss the version of myself that existed when you were around. My sweetheart, if you're happy now, then I pray that happiness never leaves you. If you're smiling now, then I pray that smile lasts forever. And if life is difficult for you right now, then I pray Allah eases every burden from your heart, because even after everything, your happiness still matters to me. And tonight, before I close my eyes again, I have one final confession. The world may never know, the stars may never know, even you may never know, but my heart knows, and my heart still whispers the same words every night. I'm missing you so much, my sweetheart. My sweetheart, this is probably the last time I will write these words. The last time I will let my heart speak without hiding anything. The last time I will tell you how much I truly miss you. Tonight, the world feels quiet. The stars are shining. The moon is beautiful. But none of them can fill the empty place your memory left inside my heart. My sweetheart, I never imagined missing someone could hurt this much. I never imagined a memory could feel so alive. I never imagined a name could still make my heart stop for a moment. Yet here I am, still thinking about you, still praying for you, still missing you. Sometimes I ask myself, what if things had been different? What if life had given us another chance? What if our story had continued? But honestly, those questions have no answers. The past cannot return, the clock cannot move backwards, and some stories remain unfinished forever. My sweetheart, do you know what I miss the most? Not the conversations, not the messages, not even the beautiful moments. I miss the feeling of knowing someone cared, the feeling of happiness your presence brought into my life, the feeling that everything would somehow be okay. There were nights when I stayed awake thinking about you, nights when your memory felt closer than reality, nights when I wanted to send a message but knew I couldn't. Nights when my heart whispered your name while my lips remained silent. And honestly, if I could tell you one thing tonight, it wouldn't be about my pain. It wouldn't be about my tears. It wouldn't be about my loneliness. I would simply say, thank you. Thank you for every smile. Thank you for every memory. Thank you for every moment that made my heart believe in something beautiful. Because even though our story didn't end the way I hoped, you became a chapter I will never forget. A chapter filled with emotions, a chapter filled with dreams, a chapter filled with love. My sweetheart, maybe one day I will stop looking back. Maybe one day the pain will completely disappear. Maybe one day your memory will make me smile more than it makes me cry. But until that day comes, a small part of my heart will always belong to those memories. So tonight, as I write these final words, I leave everything in Allah's hands. The past, the memories, the love, the unanswered questions, everything. And wherever you are right now, I pray that you are happy. I pray that you are safe. I pray that your heart is at peace, because despite everything, that is what I have always wanted for you. And if this truly is goodbye, then let these be the last words my heart sends to yours. I miss you more than you'll ever know, my sweetheart, and a part of me always will. My sweetheart, if this is truly the last page of my confession, then let me tell you everything my heart has been hiding, everything I never said, everything I never had the courage to explain, everything that stayed trapped inside me for so long. My sweetheart, there isn't a single day when your memory doesn't cross my mind. Some days it stays for only a moment, other days it stays for hours, and on nights like this, it stays until sunrise. The truth is, I learned how to live without your messages. I learned how to survive without your voice. I learned how to continue my life without your presence. But honestly, I never learned how to stop missing you. People think moving on means forgetting, but I don't think that's true. I think moving on means learning how to smile while carrying memories, learning how to live while carrying pieces of a story that never really left your heart. And that's exactly what I've been doing. My sweetheart, there were so many things I wanted to tell you, so many moments I wanted to share with you, so many victories, so many failures, so many nights when I wished you were there. Because even though life continued, a part of me always felt incomplete. Sometimes I imagine meeting you years from now, maybe by chance, maybe in a place neither of us expected, maybe after both of us have changed. And honestly, I don't think I would speak about heartbreak. I don't think I would speak about sadness. I don't think I would speak about tears. I would simply smile and say, I hope life has been kind to you, because despite everything, I never wanted your pain. I never wanted your tears. I never wanted your sadness, even when my own heart was breaking. My sweetheart, but when you entered my world, something inside me began to change. Your words brought warmth to my heart. Your kindness made my days brighter. and the way you listened made me feel understood in a way I had never felt before. That was the moment when my heart slowly started noticing you. At first, you were just someone I enjoyed talking to. Then you became someone I waited to hear uh, from, and before I even realized it, you became someone my heart could not stop thinking about. Honey, love is strange. It doesn't appear suddenly like lightning. It grows quietly like a sunrise, slowly filling the sky with light until everything feels different. That is exactly how my feelings for you grew. Every conversation with you became special. Every smile you shared stayed inside my memories, and every moment we spent talking made my heart feel closer to you. Without realizing it, you became the most important part of my day. Your happiness became something I deeply cared about. Your sadness became something that touched my heart, and your presence became something my soul felt connected to. Honey, do you know what makes someone truly unforgettable? It is not their beauty, it is not their popularity, it is not their perfection, it is the way they make your heart feel. And whenever I think about you, my heart feels calm, peaceful, happy. Your kindness has a way of touching people deeply. Your honesty makes people trust you, and the warmth in your heart is something very rare in this world. That is why my feelings for you never felt temporary. They felt real. They felt strong. They felt like something my soul recognized long before my mind understood it. Honey, there were nights when the world around me was completely silent. Everyone was sleeping, but my mind was still awake, thinking about you, thinking about your smile, thinking about the way your voice made my day better. And in those quiet moments, I realized something important. My feelings for you were not just affection, they were something deeper, something stronger, something that my heart could never ignore. That was the moment I understood a simple truth. Loving you was not just a passing emotion, it was something that had become part of my life, part of my heart, part of my soul. Honey, life may change many things around us. Time may move forward, people may come and go, but some feelings remain strong no matter what happens. And the love I feel for you is one of those feelings because you are not just someone who entered my life, you are someone who changed it. You brought light into my ordinary days. You brought warmth into my quiet nights, and you became the most beautiful reason my heart started believing in love again. That is why today I say these words with complete honesty, not to impress you, not to create drama, but to share the truth.